Do you like Harry Potter?
Love Harry Potter.
Because I a Dumbledore it.
Oh.
But
what is your go-to resource for all things dad jokes? Do
you know what I do?
You're not just making these up.
I sit. I sit and I brainstorm and I look at the show notes.
Yeah.
Like the day before, and I noticed you put Fantastic Beasts on there, and I was like, all right, well.
Yeah.
I try to run the gamut of my brain, and then if I can't, I scour the internet. I put a lot of.
You do need to know that he said you're not creative. That's basically what he was saying.
So
where do you get these from? Because you don't come up with them. It's definitely what he said.
So you made this up.
Not all the way. No.
You can. I mean, if you made it up,
I didn't make it up.
Claim ownership now.
I found it.
Okay.
It's not about knowing the right answer, it's knowing how to find the right answer.
That's right.
I'll cheat my way through life if I have to.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
What we got? What is this? I don't even know what this is. Who makes this? I just bought it because it's time for us to do some new whiskeys and bourbons and talk about it.
1792 is what it says on the front of this.
That sounds like a Jermaine Dupri album.
Should be Elijah Craig.
Say
small
what?
batch.
Elijah Craig.
Who is that?
Who makes that?
Elijah Craig.
Who is
makes
Elijah
it.
Craig?
The distiller.
The distiller.
Is he like an actor?
No, it's the name of the company.
He's a rap.
Okay. All right. I'm tripping. I'm like, yo, who? Y'all just saying Elijah Craig like
He's
y'all know
a
him.
90s R&B artist.
Him and Belle Biv DeVoe.
And he didn't pee on anyone, so.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Hey.
What's up, y'all? What's up, guys?
I jumped right into it.
You did? How was it?
It's nice.
Get some water in me.
Yeah. I'm going to sit with it for a second before I start offering my...
I swear 1792 is the title of a Jermaine Dupri album.
It could be.
I'm aging myself. I'm going to age myself a lot on this show. I got a lot of takes on some stuff that's going to reveal how old I am. Getting a lot of old man Courtney shit.
Would you like to offer a hot take on the Fantastic Beasts being likely canceled at the end of 3 films?
You know, that's interesting because, well, the context of the Harry Potter Dumbledore joke is that apparently Warner Brothers doesn't want to put a stamp on the go-ahead of Fantastic Beasts 4 and 5 until they see how Fantastic Beasts 3 does. And if that's not... I kind of feel like just 3 is good, bro. Cap it. Like, I don't need 5 fucking movies of...
They're also not that great.
They're not.
They're not as good as the original.
If you like Harry Potter, it's awesome, right? But these could have been like direct to like streaming. They could have just dropped these shits on HBO and we've been good. I feel like they would have...
Too much money, though, for those to just go straight to streaming.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, how many beasts are we going to see? Like, it's just...
And well, it's the all-in, Harry Potter world. They're putting a bunch of money into that.
Yeah,
why not go big,
And it's based off of one book, correct? So they took like a book
and they broke it down into 5 movies?
Broke it down into 5 parts.
Which I could maybe understand because there was a lot of complaints with the original Harry Potter movies that they summarized quite a bit. They had to cut it down and they lost things. So maybe making it over 3 movies, 5 movies, I don't know.
Jeez.
Could also just be a cash grab.
Definitely feels like a cash grab to me.
I felt this in my cavity. Y'all get some of this?
What about aging yourself?
Y'all want some of this?
Pass this around so everyone can get a taste.
Nice bite.
Calm down, Tiny One. Calm down.
The who? Okay.
And the Jermaine Dupri album was
And
Life in
Jermaine-
1472.
1472. I was close. See? Fact checking Josh. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't think I need a 4th and a 5th movie. I feel like you just need to kind of sum it up in this 3rd one, connect it to the Harry Potter movies as a bridge, and then be done with it. And like now, give us a show. Like give us something.
Is it possible for it to not be? I mean, is it possible for it to be written with a closed ending if there was an intended 5? Like it seems like they would have written this with the idea of there being more movies. So I don't know. If I'm being completely honest, I didn't see the second one, and I care very little about this topic. I just saw it pop up this week, and I was like, "Oh, interesting, big deal." Warner Brothers bailing on a major franchise. But we can move on to something more interesting. Let's talk about. Unless you have something else you want to say.
I don't want to get sad, and I feel like every week we start the show, there's been like something sad, and I don't want to like get into the show and be sad, but like rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried.
Rest in peace, Guilford Gottfried.
Yeah,
Said it right. Yeah.
Did I say it right?
Yeah,
I said it right?
Yeah, I was just saying it as well.
Oh, okay.
I was just like agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. He's
Co-signing?
passed away kind of early. 67. I don't know the details of it. Comedic legend, actor. I can hear his voice as I'm talking.
Sure.
I think one of the highlights of his career was he was the voice of Jafar's parrot in Aladdin.
Yep.
Yes.
Iago.
Yes.
Iago. Yeah.
Iago.
So yeah, man.
Does anyone know if he carried on into the sequel films? Because there was more than one Aladdin. Did Iago make it?
Yeah,
into the
King of
other?
Thieves. He was in '96.
Okay.
He was in the show too.
Yeah,
I do remember the
Yes.
Aladdin cartoon.
He
Correct.
really hung in there. Good for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get that check,
Good
bro.
for him.
Get the fucking check.
Love that.
Yeah.
and in the video game series.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was milking it.
Yep.
Damn.
I would too. Shit.
Yeah.
Disney cutting a check like that.
Well, now that the memoriam is over,
All right, yeah, let's move on. Not in an insensitive way. I just want to. I feel like he played a big part in my childhood.
the beginning of
Iago.
every episode, we're just going to shout out who's died that week.
I feel like I said it with like a couple weeks ago with the Scott Hall thing, man. Like, as I forget, as we get older, like the people who impacted our childhood get older too,
Yeah.
and they start to move on into the afterlife or what have you, and I just feel like it's my duty to pay respects to them. They shaped the terrible person that I am.
It's dead guys in bourbon. Welcome to the show.
Well, Bruce Willis ain't dead yet.
No, not yet.
We got a few more weeks.
God damn it. All right. Now, what we got? What's next? Shit.
We can talk about Severance because I think everyone's somewhat excited about that.
Is that going to be a heavy? Are we going to like go all the way in?
I don't know if we need to be like, I don't know. Let's just see where the conversation takes us.
Okay,
Because
all
last time we talked about this, I was 3 episodes in and I was like, this is kind
So
of.
you finished it.
Kind of a boring show. I'm all the way through. 100% in.
All right, so you thought it was a boring show last
Totally
week. What do you
done.
think now?
It picks up considerably, to your point, around
All right.
episode 5. I would say it
Yeah,
definitely
like I said, yeah.
amps up. So a lot of foundational work there, laying some bricks, if you will. And then we really kind of start to go all in.
Okay. I don't really care about spoiling it. So, I mean, if we just want to go all in, we can. Do you care about spoiling it?
I don't. I think if anybody's worried about this is enough of a heads up, you can skip ahead.
Yeah, whatever. Apple TV does this bullshit, bro, where they do the slow burn, they build up, and then it gets to the end, and they just edge you, and then the season's over. Like
Yeah.
they did it with The Servant.
Yes.
There's another one I watched, can't remember, and now they're doing it with this one. I don't need a cliffhanger for the end of the season. Like, wrap the season up. What if this shit ends and it never comes back? Now, I don't even know. I got this anxiety. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
Sure.
I'm just stuck. It's a point in my life where
Yeah.
I'm stuck in Severance that it never came back or they never continued. What if it comes back and it's an anthology? Like, it's too
So
many questions, bro.
when they
It kills
announced
me.
that it was going to get renewed
Yeah.
before the final episode aired, I got worried, or not worried, but I almost got disappointed because I knew it was going to be a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
It makes me angry.
Yeah.
Sorry. But if you want to get into the details of the show, or how do you feel
like
about
Apple is safe in that regard. I agree with you about that. Like, I think a lot of shows are written now around the concept of an ending. So like, they come up with a dope ending and then they kind of like work backwards and then that's the season.
Okay.
But I think with Apple, I feel as if they're all in, at least for a few seasons, even if it's terrible. Because they've renewed a lot of shows that don't need to be renewed.
Yeah.
As opposed to Netflix that will like, they'll cancel shows left and right. Even if they're like doing well or have a following, they will shut those down. So I don't know. Like Apple's going to keep making it for sure, especially this. Yeah, this show's going to stick around. They have the budget for it and the cash. Like this will become a big deal to them now.
It made me angry.
Yeah, and that might change as more and more shows come on Apple. Netflix does it. Netflix, the big networks do it, obviously, because they get shopped shows and then, money runs out or ratings run out, whatever. Netflix does it because there's just so many shows on Netflix, so many Netflix originals, right?
Yeah.
But Apple's got, what do they got, like 10, 12 shows at most right now that they're doing. So I think they can afford. I agree with you, Taylor. I think they can just afford to.
I suspect that they keep it small. I don't think that they're going to do a Netflix.
No.
Like
Yeah, I
where
agree.
they just crank them out.
I agree.
We talked about that. They want to be the high end curator, the monarch of how they curate and put together their shows. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You tune in and you see the high quality of the shows and the stars and who's there, and we got Adam Scott here and Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd there, and we got all of these. You got the Samuel L. Jackson show. These high quality, Oscar nominated, Emmy nominated people, and then the shows are not as top notch quality as the people that they've brought in to perform in them. And then they do this thing where they keep you tied into the show just for it to end and say, "Hey, don't worry, we'll be back." Like it makes me so angry. But we can get into the details of the show though.
All right.
Because don't get me wrong, I did enjoy my watch. I just don't like how it ended.
Yeah. It's kind of like I don't like how Disney shows start.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the best show that Apple has done yet.
Okay.
I don't know if they have anything else that really rivals it from a like quality perspective and a writing perspective.
I do think it's
The
probably
morning
best.
show is probably their most approachable show. Like that probably hits the widest audience,
Okay.
and it's well made. I don't think the writing is stellar, and I kind of, it's kind of just fine. But that's probably their biggest hit, if I had to guess. That or maybe Ted Lasso. I don't watch Ted Lasso. Do you watch Ted Lasso?
And I love Ted Lasso.
Lasso's good, yeah.
We like
But
Ted Lasso. in the
It
room.
kind of does the same thing though, right? The cliffhanger. I just don't. Why are they doing this? Like it's just I don't know. But I love
It's the
Ted.
recipe for TV. I mean, that's how it works. That's how it's worked for 20 years,
But you
30
don't-
years.
you don't
or
get
more.
that-
I mean, who shot JR? Throwing it back, right?
You don't-
It's fun or older crowd joke.
Ooh,
older
we're
crowd
aging
jokes.
ourselves here. But you don't get that with Netflix, right? They end it and say these are possible plot threads that could lead on into the next possible if we come back, right?
Yeah, it's not buttoned up.
Yeah.
Netflix can do that. They just canceled Archive 81. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't. I keep seeing no.
Did you watch it?
Yeah,
I loved it. Did you not like it?
it was okay.
I was big into it. And I was super bummed that they canceled it. It's the same thing. They end like in a very dramatic space, and you're like, damn it. And then it got canceled like a month later, and I was like, well, crap.
Okay,
Here we are.
Oh, they canceled it. It's one of those ones that they were like, yeah, we're not coming back.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it could come back. There were a lot of people that were like, it got canceled, and then there was a lot of like feedback, kind of negative feedback that was like popping up on Reddit and stuff. And
Then they
people
bring-
seem to be concerned about it. I don't know.
And they bring back shit like The Witcher. Like, there's better shows.
they're all in on The Witcher, man.
Please.
That show's never going away.
Slim in the song.
That show will never die.
I hate it so much. All right,
People love it.
but Severance,
Back to
man.
Severance,
So
indeed.
Adam Scott, if you haven't been watching with us for the past 8-9 weeks, Adam Scott works at Lumen, this company where you go through a procedure, and when you enter work, you basically forget. You're severed from your outside life. You don't remember who you are. You don't remember what you do. It literally, you come to work and you work. You watch an orientation video of yourself saying, hey, you're safe. This is where you work. Do your job. And it's all, it's all good. So, I mean, I don't know how I personally would feel about that. But I mean, that's basically the concept. And then he meets his core group, Heliar, Dylan, and Irv. And they work in what's called micro data refinement, which we still don't even know.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a pet peeve.
And that's kind of the whole undertone is nobody really knows what Lumen does. Even the non-severed employees.
Correct.
They never explain what the company exists to do.
That was a big reveal for me too. That like Mrs. Selvig, I don't know if she or Mrs. Corbell.
Yeah,
I don't know if she's a just like a Kiev freak, like she's just all about it, or
it's like a cult,
right?
Yeah,
right,
she's
right,
you know what I mean.
There were several points in the show where like that happened when she opened the shrine.
I was like, oh, you're a freak.
In those moments where you're like, I'm sorry, what was this? And like, it's a good kind of almost sci-fi kind of thing for me, the idea of being severed and whatever. And that's a good plot line. But then they introduce the other plot line of kind of this deity kind of thing. Like
him. Yeah.
You know, the Egan family is the we serve him, we serve Kier. Mm-hmm. And then when she opens that shrine, it gets real weird,
It's that was a weird reveal for me. That part I feel like that will kind of they'll delve into that more in season 2, like why she's such a Lumen freak. I don't know, man. I said I don't want to say his name on air. I don't want to make it, but I'll tell you off air that Mr. Millicek reminds me of someone we used to hang out with. It's so like to the T. He was just he's still my favorite character. He's a duty man and has to like do it all, but he's also the muscle. Yeah, man. I mean, overall, it was a good watch. Don't get me wrong, my agitation, I don't think isn't with the show. It's with Apple TV's consistent narrative of edging you on to stay for the second season and not kind of finishing the plot holes. But overall, I enjoyed it, man. How did you feel?
Overall, I definitely enjoyed it. I had a couple of hang-ups.
Talk about it.
I feel like we got way more questions than we did answers. So like while at the end of it, I was very like hooked to what was happening.
Yeah.
I felt like I knew less about the show than I did when I actually started it. I felt like I got wrapped up in the drama of them being outside. And that was like the kind of like, I don't know, that was like the hook, I think, towards the end, obviously. And so like, I still don't have like any line of sight of what's going on. I would have liked some sense at the end, just like a little nugget of whatever Lumen was up to or what they were doing, just to like, I don't know, fulfill that like interest of
So
mine.
I feel like we did maybe get a little bit of this. And this is something I wanted to talk about. So episode 6, I think, 5, 6, when Mark's sister is having the baby and she meets the other woman and then meets her again in the next episode, and the other woman seemingly has no idea who she's talking about. So it's hinted that she might be severed. And then it's confirmed when Heliar is getting ready to go out and speak, when the woman goes, I couldn't have had these kids without Severance.
She couldn't do it.
Right.
Like she couldn't bring herself to do it.
So I think Lumen, obviously they've got their hands in much, and their logo I think is a drop of water.
Yeah.
But I think their main thing is Severance.
They are moving, that lady's husband is a politician or a lobbyist for this procedure, and their angle is people want to do things with their lives that they can't bring themselves to do. Right. So you can go through this procedure and do it. Like, I can't see myself having kids, but my Audi can.
Sure.
I can't see myself anything in life. Right.
Moving on from his mom's death to go back to work.
Right. Yeah, my wife's death. I can't do anything. Well, come take this procedure. You can work here and move on with your life.
Sure.
I see the value in it.
Sure.
I just
but
don't
then
know.
also the control aspect.
Like then who's in control and shit.
And something else and you might bring it up there, because what you just said is with his wife, when we find out who his wife is.
That was a crazy reveal.
That was
I
a
love
crazy
that.
reveal.
I
And the
love that.
crazier thing, though, another question that I didn't get answered, or that they just introduced the question rather, is she's only been alive for 108 hours, which means they're just bringing her down for these 30-minute sessions. And then they send her back up the hallway that Irv sees in his Audi life.
Yeah.
Where does she
There's
go?
so many
What
unanswered
lab does she
questions.
go to when
Is she-
she's, an Audi?
Was the car accident?
Or is she actually alive?
Sure.
Was she
Yeah.
right? Was she a
where
plant?
it gets strange to me. Like
Yeah.
that one, that was like an interesting deviation from kind of what I thought I knew about the show. Obviously, the introduction of her being his wife, because everybody on the outside seems to think that she's dead.
Right.
So she had to have, in some capacity, she has to have died, right?
Or at
or
least.
it was a setup?
or,
I mean,
yeah, right.
yeah.
But then that asks, like, then that just gets like even more bizarre. Like, I definitely get the thing that Lumen is severing
Shady.
people.
Yeah, they're shady as
across
shit.
the
Company,
board.
they got
Yeah.
their fingers in a lot
I mean,
of pies.
I totally think that people are severed multiple times. So I think there's multiple layers to it. I would not be surprised that if in
okay.
season 2 you find out that there are like you can be severed more
It's
than
not
once.
it's not 1 or 0 or 1. You have
Yeah.
another, yeah.
You
got
can
it.
be like multiple
There's another
layers.
innie
Yeah,
for the innie.
multiple
Got
layers
it.
deep. Yeah. So I think that we're going to get to that point where we're
It's a very interesting thought.
It's kind of like Inception, where you're just like deep.
Yeah.
You can be real far in.
It's just, I just kind of want some resolve. Like, you watch this shit for 9 weeks, and you want it. You're at this point, you're emotionally invested, right? Like especially with
It was a long season.
Yeah.
Nine episodes, and they were all like an hour roughly.
right?
you know?
Yeah, so it's, yeah. The curation and the Apple TV does this great thing of making you feel emotionally invested viscerally with the characters, right? With all of their shows, you kind of just feel how they're feeling. Like, yo, like God damn, man, like he wants to see his wife, or like that angst he has when he's not at work. Like, it's a clear flip when he gets to work. He's like, his innie is like, whew, like I'm here, right? And then he's back. The first episode, he's sitting in his car crying, like I can't face,
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't face life. I can't do any of this. And then he goes to work, and then it's the flip, and it's like boom. And there's always this angst with him outside of work. Clearly his sister and his brother-in-law like pick up on it, and I just wanted some resolve. And then you find out that his wife is actually still alive, and she's the fucking therapist. It's
Yeah.
like, yo.
Yeah. I wonder if she's actually alive.
I think she is, because of her interactions with others. And then I don't know if
but if you're able to manipulate, I think, people to that level, I mean, what's to say you can't input like a person, like input
a
somebody-
personality.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
you think they're like it, you think it's all an illusion, like they're not actually working, like they go there and they just sit in a chair for 8 hours.
Because it could be like like what if it's like an artificial intelligence kind of thing? Like what if they're running simulations, or they're like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
what if she's not really
there.
like
yeah.
what if they are there to test out different scenarios, or to like go through like different like possibilities with
And on that, what makes them feel? What gives the numbers a feeling? That's a good
yeah.
thought for if they're really either they're really not alive, or it's just a computer program, or whatever it is.
yeah.
No normal human would. I mean, fuck, 4. Oh, 4. But they all do, and
Are the numbers significant to you removing memories from your life? Like, is it
Right.
Is it your birthday? Is it an address? Is it your phone number? Right. So
That's a good thought, yeah.
as you remove these numbers from the I had a theory. I thought the micro data refinement was they were actually removing detrimental things from their Audi. Right? Like the data that they were removing was from themselves, not from, they weren't actually
Yeah.
doing any work.
yeah.
Like,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Well, you never know. Apple's gonna, that shit won't fucking be solved until season 5. I'm like,
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, that That is very true. I get nervous about that aspect of it. Like,
Right. How far is it going to go?
how
Yeah.
long are they going to drag
Yeah.
out some of these
Yeah.
answers? Because I don't.
Yeah.
I need to know something.
And that's
now.
also an American TV kind of thing. Let's let it run for as many seasons as we can kind of thing.
That's big business.
Sure.
Yeah, that's big business.
Sure.
Jeez. My gosh.
All right. I mean, but how we feel about the ending?
I thought the ending was good. I thought the second half of the season was
Way better.
than
Yeah.
the first half. I don't know. I just again I could.
Oh
just
yeah, it clearly was.
be
It
getting
was.
old, but the first half was it was a touch slow. They probably could have cut an episode or two out and just condensed the front half maybe, or sped it up a little bit. By the time we got into like the drama of it all, I felt like I'd been there for a while.
In the moment, I felt like the PD stuff was very critical, but now, having seen the entire season, I feel like we could have done with less PD.
Yeah.
Like the idea that you
That
could
didn't need to
become
happen.
right? Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the black chick beating Mr. Craig, is that his name? The security guy? She
Oh
beat him
yeah,
with a
right
bat
in the
and then she just
hospital or the
vanished.
university or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
she just disappeared. And,
Sure. Yeah.
like I don't know. Those
Like I said, more questions than answers.
then answer
guys.
is yeah,
Yeah.
just
And it was a high price. It was 9 hours of my life
gone
gone
with no answers.
Never to return.
You were severed.
Literally. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, man.
So what I was laughing at a few minutes ago. So I was going in to try to find at the when Dylan's holding the switches and
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah, yeah.
Milchek's trying to cut the belt to come in. And he says something like, "Dylan, I'll get you whatever I want. I mean, I'll literally go get you the fucking finger trap right now." Like that kind of thing. And I can't remember what
These
it was.
small rewards.
So
Yeah.
as I was looking it up,
Yeah.
the top I searched, my Google search here was Mr. Milchek, I'll get it right now. And the top Google search was a Reddit post that said, "Are we ever going to talk about the absolute wagon on Mr. Milchek? I'm so sorry. I know he's evil, but this man's got an ass." And
Mr. Milchek's
I
ass.
lost it.
That's incredible.
This picture that they
Yo. Oh man.
Jeez.
I do want a
Jesus
mustache
Christ.
like that when I get that age.
Good for Reddit, man. Good for Reddit. Yeah, even like the little like things that they earn and the things that they receive.
finger trap,
Like
a
there's
waffle
got to be
party.
reasons for all of that. There has to be
Something
kind of,
significant.
But the illusion there is like the life experience of all of us that have worked. When you're at work, it's the little rewards for doing whatever
Sure.
job, and
You get
and I
an-
understand what they're trying to draw a
Yeah.
conclusion to
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Can we talk about Dylan's waffle party? That shit was weird.
So that is the part that really dials up the whole cult vibe, like weird leader kind of thing.
yeah,
like
they-
that really kind of I feel like substantiates that theory a little bit.
They heavily invest in the narrative of the waffle party. And then you see the waffle party, mind you. There were actual waffles. But then you finish the waffles, and then there's this weird eyes wide shut
Takes a turn.
freaky show with like
Yes.
sexy girls wearing like big porcelain doll heads.
Yes.
Like that was not comfortable for
Yeah.
me I was not it.
Yep.
Did you ever watch Channel Zero?
No.
All right. It was very similar to that. I think it was a sci-fi show.
It sounds familiar, but
Yeah.
there's a more recent relation to Channel Zero for me.
Okay.
In the Kanye documentary, the guy that did it, his production company is called Channel Zero.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so
All right.
it's-
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so when you said it, I just was like,
Yeah. Yeah. Channel Zero has
But it's
very
like Twilight
similar
Zone.
vibes. Yeah, so
It's coming to me. I've referenced it a few.
yeah, I think there's like
before.
3 seasons. I think it was 3
What-
seasons.
what was it
4?
on?
4
4
seasons.
seasons. Sci-fi.
Okay, great.
Sci-fi got canceled in 2016.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was
18.
based on
Sci-fi doesn't exist no more.
No, the
No,
show
the
got
show.
canceled
Oh,
in
okay.
2018.
There's a Reddit, like a subreddit, that basically is just like scary stories that people like submit. There's a name for it, something spaghetti or something.
Candy pasta, crypto pasta or
Pasta. Yeah, confirm this. The name of it. There's a subreddit that is like, it's like scary stories, I think, and they're all like user submitted or Reddit.
No Sleep is one.
No Sleep is one.
Yeah.
This is something spaghetti or pasta or something like
I'm
that.
working
Anyway, all of the shows are not like related. They're like, it's like an anthology series, I guess, or the standalone. I don't know. This is the same concept, but like different.
Kind of like Black Mirror.
Different stories every time. Yes, kind of like that. Okay. It's like all very creepy, very weird.
I think I remember this now.
Super strange. Every
After
season,
you watch it,
really felt just.
You got to change your.
That's it.
What's it called?
Creepy pasta. Yeah, I felt I was on spaghetti for a second, so
Creepy.
I wasn't
Pasta,
helping.
you were
I wasn't
there.
helping
You were in
anybody
the
out.
you were in the wheelhouse.
Creepy pasta. Yeah. Creepy pasta. Yeah. Anyway. So anyway, those stories that came from that subreddit informed this show, and that's kind of what it got. That's kind of how it got kicked off. But that moment where everybody's doing the weird dance. In Severance, imagine that, but like expand that over a series. That's what it felt like. You got through those and you were like, I'm not going back in.
Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very.
Which is
very
also the same way I felt with Black Mirror. I couldn't watch more than one episode. I had to like give myself some time to
it makes
recover.
You feel
and
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you're kind of uncomfortable at the end of it.
Yep.
It's not even that like it's always scary. It's just like it makes you feel strange.
It leaves an imprint on your brain, and you're just like,
Yep.
I need to like watch a cartoon or something after this, like something very, very light, and something that makes me laugh because there's a subconscious, and I think that's done intentionally, of course.
Oh, certainly.
Right, because Black Mirror plays on the insecurities and the negative aspects of society. If any and everything could go wrong. And I think my favorite Black Mirror episodes are like the post-apocalyptic, like with the robot dogs.
I've not seen tons of Black Mirror, so I'm not a good.
You want to get uncomfortable?
Not a good reference.
Watch some Black Mirror.
Yep. All right, so it seems like everybody enjoyed Severance for the most part, which is great.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Apple TV just. I need to talk to somebody over there. Like
Still leaving you
called Tim Apple.
unsatisfied.
Yeah, they and then like to the point of the Apple TV, like apparently like there is, and did we talk about this on one of the other shows? Like there's like a whole bunch of like tumultuous stuff going on where they're saying like Apple trying to run this production studio like a tech company, they are running into like a bunch of just tumultuous stuff, right? It's just not going as smooth for them where you would think like, okay, Netflix, they were like, all right, we just got to focus on the movies. Now we got the money. Now we can create a studio. Where Apple is not a studio. They're a tech company,
right.
And now they're
the method you get the entertainment. Now they're creating the entertainment.
Right. And now they're just kind of they're stumbling over their feet to curate the absolute best content they can. And don't get me wrong, like it is good stuff. My own reservations are my own, right? I know everyone doesn't feel like that, but it's just telling that. This is how that they're having these type of problems in house. Like it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like super shocking to me because I think producing that type of content is challenging. It's not easy. And while Apple has a lot of money, it's a time thing probably, right? Because if you have the cash, I think you can get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time for all that stuff to kind of set in. And I think Apple buys a lot of content. I doubt that.
Yeah, I noticed.
I would be really interested to know, like from a back end perspective, like what shows is Apple directly involved in a production, like in an operational sense, versus what are they just buying? Because I know a lot of the movies, like Coda and the World War II one with Tom Hanks, like those were all bought. Like they're not. They have nothing to do with the production of those. They just watch them and then they pay for them. Yeah. So I wonder how that works. Like, I wonder who's making those decisions.
You think Tom Hanks clocks into my page?
Probably. He was turbo pissed about that movie getting bought by Apple. And did you see they're making a sequel now?
A Finch?
No, not Finch. The war one.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
I can't think of the war one's name either. What was that called? Anyway,
But it's a sequel. There's a
Greyhound?
sequel. Greyhound. Yeah,
that was
yeah.
it. He was super mad that got bought because he was like, it needs to be in theaters, and he got really, really upset about it. And now they're making a sequel to it. I never saw it, so I don't know if Tom Hanks is in the sequel or not. He could have died in the first one.
I didn't see it, and I Tom Hanks is one of my favorite actors, and I try to watch, but I just didn't get around to Greyhound.
Yeah, I didn't watch Finch.
I had to
either.
move my mic.
No.
I don't.
It's okay,
you look
man.
way cooler. Mine
Just
was
move your
like
mic.
hanging over my face like a I don't want to say. So
It's
I
all
had
good.
to like.
There's different methods to the mic.
It's
position.
yeah.
There's
I
going to
see
be
it.
at least 30 different positions by the time this hour is up with his.
Oh, I move mine
It's a
nonstop.
chronic mover, yeah.
Yeah, I can't stop.
You can't stop moving it.
I can't stop moving it.
I had to.
It's like I can't
Yeah.
stop.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I don't know what to tell you, dude.
All right. We good on Severance?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say yeah. I think we touched on it. We liked it and we disliked it. Bada bing, bada boom.
Overall, though, rated positively.
Positive
Yes, great.
rating. Yes, we'll watch a second season.
Yep.
Yes,
Excited
I
about
will.
it.
Yep.
I will come back.
It is the first show that Apple has put out that I will watch, like alongside it with as it comes out. Like every
All right,
Apple
all
show,
right.
I'm like, I'll at some point when I've got nothing else to watch, I'll watch this.
Okay.
That's the first show that I will like watch week in and week out.
Cool.
That they put out. So good for them. Way to go. Great. Made it happen. All right. Let's get into some quicker topics because we really married that one for a while.
I mean, Severance.
Trailers. There's a few trailers. Stranger Things.
And there's no trailers.
4, and there's
Yeah.
no trailers. So the Stranger Things 4
I watched it
trailer
on the-
came out. The full length trailer. It
Yeah.
reveals, if you will. Yeah.
What I do because this
or
is
nay?
our job. Well, it's not a job. It's our job. So important stuff that I know we're going to talk about, like trailers or shows. We get in the chat and we're like, "Yo, we're going to see it." I pull it up on the big TV and I watch. I watch it like in a cinematic experience, and I watch the. Chanel and I watched the season 4 trailer of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and very interesting stuff coming for Stranger Things season 4. I am invested because this is like year 5 of being with this cast. I think they've done a marvelous job on screen and off screen of just being just good people. You don't hear any just bullshit about any of them. It's just a good wholesome cast with good wholesome, not wholesome content, but
Yeah.
just good quality content that keeps you looped in, and so I'm totally invested. So about the trailer though, the Upside Down was always a weird concept to me. It was always it's always like, what is there? You know what I mean? Like they do a great job of visualizing it and kind of giving you a blanket explanation. But for now, for us to see an actual villain in the Upside Down.
Something that seemingly has a higher level of intelligence.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
like was he someone that got there and was caught? You know, is he? And this is where we kind of get into like the theories of like of Stranger Things. But I mean, before we go there, I thought the trailer was dope. We see Eleven's pops, Dave Harbour. I'm sorry. What's his name in the show? Hopper.
Yep.
But his name is Harbour.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little confusing.
Yeah. He's fighting, like apparently Russia has,
Back to it again.
can I get a ticker of like how many times I say Russia? Every time I say Russia. He's
Twice.
locked up in a Russian prison and they have kidnapped a they not kidnapped, but they have
They've got access to
a being from the upside down.
a Demogorgon. Is that what they call them?
Demogorgon, yeah. And
They've
they're
either
making
got
them,
one or they've got access to them.
yeah. So like, do they have a tunnel? Do they like
Yeah,
that
I think
Russian?
so.
You know, like that
That's what it
Russian
looks like.
aspect of them having more knowledge of the upside down than the U.S. is a looming plot thread.
Mm-hmm.
But Dave Officer Hopper.
Chief
Chief
Hopper.
Hopper.
He didn't
There
spend
it
years
is.
in chief school to be called officer.
chief.
All right.
Chief. he pops up in a Russian prison at the end of season 3 because we thought he was killed.
Yeah.
But and he pops up and now he's fighting Demogorgons in Russia.
Yes.
The white Demogorgons at that.
Very excited
Not
about this.
the black joints. He's fighting the white joints. And I think it's like arena style. Like, are they making them go out there like Gladiator?
I don't know. I mean, it's what it looks like. It's like kind of like a cage match. They have them in there
Yeah.
trying to, I guess, figure out how to fight them or do something with them. It
I
seems
never
like
thought about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything. I will say with every season of Stranger Things, they have, I think, they've improved upon like each season, right? Sequentially.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is an interesting thing because most shows struggle to do that. And it really feels like obviously this one has been like amped up even significantly further. They were saying that I think every episode is over an hour long. Obviously there's 2 parts. This is kind of like the beginning of the end because season 5 is the last season. And it's, I love the idea of them like going into the upside down, but in a seemingly like a meaningful way for the first time.
But they're riding
Which
their
is
bikes
really
in
cool.
there. They find a legit entrance.
Yep. The one thing that, and I feel like, I don't know, this is very nitpicky of me, but I'm a little bummed that this being like this villain didn't pop up earlier at some point.
An illusion
Because
to
it
him.
feels
Yeah.
like my only criticism of the Stranger Things series, and you might like this because every season feels relatively buttoned up, and I'm like, I'll preface with like I'm the biggest Stranger Things fan, so I'm just finding things to not like. But every season is kind of just like everybody getting together and being like, we got to come up with a new villain. And yes, like they're all from the Upside Down, but there never seems to be like a common thread
Of why.
like,
Yeah.
correct. Because like in the Marvel universe, right? Like they dropped Thanos at certain points throughout. Like you saw him and you were like, okay,
He's
like,
the
there is
overarching-
somebody who's driving this, right? So that was the only thing. Like they're obviously setting up like this is kind of the architect behind it
Yeah.
all. It would have been nice to see a glimpse of him
Earlier. Yeah.
to kind of let you feel like there was a big plan in place. But I think they kind of don't really know necessarily like
Part
what
of
each
it
season's
was
gonna look like for
very
the start.
Disney Marvel-esque to me to have a full-fledged upside down villain kind of come out. It's not corny. Like but it was just kind of like, oh, okay.
You had to have it at some point.
Yeah,
Though. You
yeah.
can't just have a bunch of creatures constantly coming for them every season. You have to have, like I said, there has to be some like grand design behind it, or there has to be something. Like it can't just be smoke monsters.
I'm hoping for, because clearly the upside down is an inverse. It's called the upside down. It's an inverse of like our reality.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of wondering what the tethering of the upside down is to our reality. Like, is this villain some type of manifestation of someone in our reality?
Gotcha.
You know, is it someone that's trying to, like, we never got a clear like definition of like what the upside down is or where is it?
Yeah. Is it
What
like a
is it?
multiverse or is it just some like inverse or
Like, was it a creation? Like, was it? So like, I'm hoping like we get that kind of resolve there. I mean, if we don't, I'm still fine with it. And these are clearly just theories based on a trailer, but for now to introduce in a trailer like all of these new concepts and visually kind of just throw us into a whole new wheelhouse. Like it looks like we're gonna be in the Upside Down for longer than we were in the previous seasons. Like we're gonna live here for like a couple episodes. It just I want a payoff for the Upside Down, right? And then especially for the investment in Will's traumatic experience in season 1 and 2 of the Upside Down. Like he was extremely affected by the Upside Down. And then it's just like, all right, season 3, like I'm glad they gave him a break because it's like this kid was just like going through it, right? So now we're gonna go there. I just need I need a resolve. I need a payoff for that specifically.
Well, hopefully that's in store for you.
Yeah.
I think it is. I could be wrong. Did anybody catch the scene where the kid was playing the guitar in the Upside Down?
No,
on top of the building?
You saw that? I gotta watch it again.
That was
I only
the
watched
one
it that
thing
one time.
that caught me, and I was like,
No, I did see it. Now that I think about
he's
it.
like standing on top of like a building.
Yeah, he's like,
playing guitar.
You think that's Billy? Is that Billy?
No, dude. There's gonna be a weird episode in this one, like there was when 11 went to like find herself. I have a bad feeling about it.
I hated that episode.
Everyone did. It was universally hated, and I think they're gonna do this again, but I could be wrong. No Thor 4 trailer.
Disappointing.
Okay, disappointing. You think it's on the front end of Spider-Man, or not Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. Sorry, Spider-Man's out.
It makes sense because I feel like Marvel is about to load us up. I think all of the stuff that got held up in the pandemic we're about to just get a footload of Marvel stuff.
Okay, what's
like,
a footload?
So like now we're in Moon Knight.
I don't think that's a saying.
A footload? A footload? What is it?
Tell us about a
Is it FOOT space LOAD?
Footload.
Can we search this real quick?
I swear I've said footload before. Is footload not a word?
I just need to know. I don't think
Buttload?
it might be a
People say
it might be a-
buttload?
Buttload.
Buttload's a word.
Footload,
or a
assload.
saying.
I think you're just making things up at this point.
I've heard.
Stop trying to make it happen. It's not
I
going to
just
happen.
never heard footload.
Fetch.
All right.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
God damn it. Footload is not a thing, but you can try.
I'm not gonna shy away. Y'all not gonna bully me out of my
Go
word.
for it.
I'm gonna coin a new phrase.
It's hardly bullying.
God, you're such a trendsetter.
Footload. So we get an ass load of stuff coming. We got we're in Moon Knight. Then we got Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
There's like 4 shows that they're like. I hate that Disney's so like private about like when stuff's coming out. They're just like in 60 days you'll get this, and it's like, all right, great, thanks for telling me now. But we still got She-Hulk, we still got Miss Marvel, we still got Thor, which is supposed to come out in July.
Yep.
We still got
It's very soon.
90 days out. We haven't even got a teaser trailer yet. And then Wakanda Forever is we're supposed to get something for that because that's after summer. We're supposed to get 2 shows in the summer. We're supposed to get Thor in the summer. We got a show. We got Doctor Strange. And then we're supposed to get something to tide us over in the fall. But like they got all this stuff that's supposed to come, and we got like nothing. Like no previews, no trailers, no.
Yeah, I could do with a Thor 4 trailer about now.
Yeah,
That would be helpful for me.
That'd be fun. It'd be fun for everybody that's a Marvel fan. I think I was kind of speaking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. To be where we are in almost 12 years, to have gone from one post-credit scene where Robert Downey Jr. and Samuel Jackson as Tony Stark and Samuel Jackson say, I have this idea for the Avengers, to now being at a point where there's so much happening in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in so many different pockets. It's just amazing. And for the people, I think that it's such an amazing payoff, and it's just been done so well. And then for us to not get a Thor trailer so close to the movie is just kind of weird.
It is. It does feel a little strange. I would agree.
But I mean, I'm anticipating it, but I think it's going to be tied to Doctor Strange. That's what I think.
Yeah. One would hope.
I would hope, yeah.
You wanted to talk a little bit about Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2. You had that on the list. Of
I
things.
haven't seen it yet, but apparently
I've not seen the first one, so.
So okay, all right. So there's been a lot of discussion around the Sonic movie because originally when it came out, when it was announced and the first trailer came out,
Yep.
they dog walked that shit on the internet. They were like, "That's not how Sonic's supposed to look."
Correct. They
Right?
changed Sonic altogether.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they went back to the drawing board, and then like 3 months later, they dropped the trailer again, and he looks awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see it until it was on streaming, and I watched it, and I can't say it was great, but I can't say I was disappointed either. It was good. It had a lot of nostalgia. It had a point. It had an end point. Jim Carrey was awesome, and I forget the guy's name that plays like Sonic's friend, but and like apparently he always acts with like inanimate objects, like CGI shit. He was in something else, but that story was good. Like Sonic gets lost in the real world, and then Robotnik goes to like his video game world. It was just good. It was just a good story, right? It was a good payoff. And now they tease like Tails and Knuckles and Sonic 2, and now we're here, right? Apparently this shit got a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think that, so I looked at this earlier because I saw you put this on the note, and I was very surprised by that. So that's
Is that the audience
the
score?
audience
That's the audience
Okay.
score, yeah.
So the like critics, dude, go buy whatever you want. The critic score is, I think, 69.
Which is still
That's
pretty
correct.
good.
Still pretty good.
Slightly
Still pretty
better than
good.
the first one, 63.
Yes. Yeah, it seems like they have found a formula. there.
It's
It
not,
works.
it's
People
not-
are into it.
It's still slapstick. It's still
Yeah.
kiddish. But I don't know what more you want from a kid video game.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I just kind of think like that. That's what we got is what you're gonna get. Sure. I don't need Sonic the Hedgehog the movie to make me cry or
God, I hope not.
make me go into a deep emotional investment. Like I just need to see the rings. I need to see Sonic run fast, tie the story to the real world, and then like keep it moving.
I think you're getting all those things.
Yeah, and you're getting all that.
It's great.
I think the weirdest part for me is Knuckles being voiced by Idris Elba. I think that's too sexy for Sonic. Like,
Sexy Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Not into sexy Sonic.
I like Idris Elba a lot, but yeah, I agree with that.
You know,
Yeah.
like, how big was the check?
I'll be honest. He's a very good actor. I like him a lot. Something happened with him, I feel like, socially, where like everybody woke up one day and they were all like, Idris Elba, like he's the man. He's been like rumored for every role out there.
Every single role.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was big on Bond when the new Bond was.
Everybody
getting
was saying
cast.
he was
Yeah.
going to be Bond.
I think he's too
So-
old for Bond.
Perhaps. But he kind of has this like halo over him right now socially. Like people love him.
I'm trying to think what it was.
He could have any job. He could do anything he wanted. So I feel like this is him just like dipping his toes in every opportunity while he has it. Because why wouldn't you? Like just get out there and try it all.
So another thing that he did recently, a show called Turn Up Charlie, which
Where he was the DJ?
correct.
I watched that.
I did watch that.
It was
also.
good.
It was good, but it was also that's
Corny.
not what I.
Yeah, that's
exactly
not what I
right,
want
yeah.
from him. Now
I went from Luther,
yeah,
right? I went from Luther
Yeah.
to Turn Up Charlie, and
He's a broke DJ in London. I was
He's just doing. He's just
right. Yep.
trying everything once.
I mean,
But that
I
happens.
will always have an affinity for Idris because The Wire.
Yeah,
right.
no, he's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
He's very good. He just has
Yeah.
like gotten to this point in his career where like
I just-
universally
When I think of
everyone's into him.
a childhood video game, I don't think of Knuckles' voice of sexy Idris Elba. It's just like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? But whatever. It'll probably work. I'm just like, I'm probably
Well,
just,
clearly it is working.
Because I'm like,
At least
yo,
with the audience, score
it's
of 97%.
the-
Yes.
I mean, you attach anybody's. It's not Jim Carrey. I don't think the ladies are turning in for Dr. Robotnik. But yeah.
My God.
What else we got?
We're pretty far in, dude.
Where are we at? We're
We're like 56 minutes in. We've not
You haven't even-
we've talked about nothing so far.
I think we did good. We did Severance. We did. Oh, all right. Let's end it on that shitty Ultimatum show you made me watch. I watched 3 episodes.
Okay.
Bruh, cut my feet off. I can't do it anymore.
All right. So let's preface real quick.
I can't. It's so terrible.
I fully believe that we are in an era of terrible reality shows
Purposely.
on Netflix. Purposeful, mind you, and they're taking over the world. Nick Lachey.
Fucking, wait a minute, Nick Lachey.
Nick Lachey
his fucking show.
is taking over reality
He
television.
is, right.
And no one's paying attention.
And no one's stopping him. That's the problem.
Bravo's asleep at the wheel right now, and Nick Lachey's out here scheming.
He's gonna be the new what's the guy for the Housewives shows? What's his name?
Yes, Andy Cohen.
Andy Cohen.
Oh,
He's the new
really?
Andy Cohen.
Yes,
Yes,
dude.
He's
I
kicking
hate
him
it.
out over at
I hate
Netflix,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Listen, Love is Blind is trash TV, but when him and Vanessa show up,
Okay.
why are they even here? Why do they need to be
All right.
here right now?
So you watch Love is Blind.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Ultimatum?
I have
it's
not,
their
no.
new show.
Great. I'm
All
gonna
right.
watch it.
So
All right, great.
let me lay the foundation here
Please.
real quick. The concept is we take, I think it's 6 couples, all right? And one of the individuals in said couple has provided an ultimatum to the other that we have to get married, okay? Those are
Now.
the
Like
table
now.
stakes.
Or
All right.
we gotta have a kid, or like some type of
I feel like
Game
marriage is
changing.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. So they decide they're going to bring these couples together and then essentially split them up and have them date one another to find out if they really love the other person or not, essentially. That's kind of the concept.
Right, got it.
it's
So this concept is just like littered with plot holes from the very beginning. But at the same time, it's so cringy and terrible. You kind of can't look away
Yeah, you gotta watch
from
it.
it.
Yep.
And it feels like, because I
it's
put it on.
It's purposeful, man.
Yes,
it's
I'm
extremely
watching through
purposeful.
it, and I'm like, this is trash. But it's working for some reason. I'm watching the whole thing, and I'm not totally sure why. Anyway, Nick Lachey, I'm not sure what kind of control he has over it, but if he does,
Yeah, he
good
just
for
kind of
him.
popped up out of nowhere, it seemed. And
Yeah,
I feel like when I'm watching it, the Saw guy has me like in one of those machines. Like my body is literally in pain.
that's a touch dramatic, but I'll go with you.
I can't, man. Like
It's
and
a TV show. It's entertainment. It's Netflix.
So these people are literal, and I said I was going to age myself in the show right today. These people are literal children.
Oh yeah, these are children. These are
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
young.
Yes.
Literal.
Young.
Like,
Yes.
And
the oldest is 30.
my cousin is on a crew. Isaiah, how old are you?
25.
The people on the show are about his age.
Very,
Yeah,
in
they
many
average-
cases,
they average about 25,
In many
yeah, yeah.
cases, I feel like they're younger.
Yeah.
Are you giving anybody ultimatums right now? It's
Okay,
ridiculous.
This is a great point. So
The show is also, the full title is Ultimatum, Marry or Move On.
there it is.
I didn't
Okay.
know that. Okay.
So if you have only been dating somebody for a year and a half, you're in no position to drop ultimatums.
No.
Especially if you are young, early 20s. That's a crazy concept, but at the same time, bravo to the showrunners or whoever came up with that.
Oh, yeah. Get your money.
Hell yeah.
Of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
get your check. Yeah.
Like, there's 23-year-olds out there dropping ultimatums on people that they've been dating for a year and a half. That's the equivalent of, like, starting Game of Thrones season 1, meeting somebody, and then being married to them before the second season comes out.
I didn't even know what all my allergies were
That's a
when I was
crazy
23.
concept.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm giving someone an ultimatum to marry me.
Yeah.
Mental illness in all aspects.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then you-
so that's the bigger thing of
Yeah.
reality TV in general, I feel like.
Yeah.
You take that melting pot
Yeah.
and then you purposefully break them up
And say,
and then tell them to cheat and sleep with the
Other
other
people.
people
Yes.
there.
And then
Wow.
have everybody just recap at the end.
Yeah, the fact that Nick
It's a
Lachey
shit
can
show.
sit there with a straight face as if he is a therapist or he's like helping these people out, it's the craziest thing.
It's the next
I've
generation's
ever seen.
Dr. Phil, maybe.
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of. This is 100% entertainment. There is no
value.
therapy
None.
in this at
None.
all.
Yeah, right.
Everybody that went through the experience, way worse off. Then I've watched the whole thing.
I've
seen every episode.
So I'm
Three.
so
I did-
excited to watch this show
I've seen
now.
every episode.
God
I
damn.
did 3, and I've never.
Like, my whole friend group watches the show.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Nick
I've
Lachey,
never seen
he's
anything
Swiffering
worse.
America. He's taking over, dude.
Wow.
I've never seen anything worse.
I love it.
I
Did you
don't-
watch
3
Love is Blind?
I can't say I've not
can't-
seen anything
no.
worse.
No.
It's bad. I
And
think
like,
I've seen worse.
My wife watches a lot of trash reality TV, and by proxy, I see
Yeah.
a lot of it. Some of it I am thoroughly entertained by. I say all the time, I love After Lockup, 90 Day Fiance. That stuff is.
Do you watch any of the Below Decks? One
Yes.
E?
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. So we like my wife is a big Bravo. It's always
Okay.
Housewives, like all that crap. This is because I think when in the Bravo arena, at least the people have lived a life of what they wanted to do. And now this is like, all right, well, I guess I'll do reality TV. Right, okay. I'll get the check and I'll be put on this fake cast and be fake and turn up for TV and I'll throw champagne on someone for a check or whatever.
What
whatever.
show is this that you're watching?
All the housewife bullshit.
Okay,
all
okay,
that.
great.
Yeah.
Right. You know
Was
what I'm
it,
saying?
who was
On
first?
E.
Was
Bravo,
the house? Yeah,
Bravo.
Bravo. I said
Yeah.
E. I meant Bravo. Was it Kardashians or Housewives that were first?
I think
They're
both Andy Cohen, so I think they came out.
Housewives, dude.
I think they both came out at around the same
Housewives
time.
is old.
Okay.
Can't imagine Kardashians predates that.
Because it seems like it's kind of a template where a lot of these shows have kind of matched that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of people that don't get along, put them together.
And let's see what
Then
happens.
put them in public
Let's see what
and
happens.
let's see what happens.
Yes,
Right? Yes.
but like
Too much
Netflix-
money? Let's see what happens.
Netflix has cracked a code on the next iteration of that.
Yes,
I
yes.
fully believe this.
They are milking the Gen Z.
I think I know what your Jesus Christ thing because I just looked it up too.
21 series of Real Housewives in the U.S.
And 20.
There's 11 in the U.S. and 21 internationally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've been around for a while. That's
Yeah,
an
money.
established concept.
So it's Housewives because Kardashians have only run for 20 seasons.
okay, great.
What about this? Never mind.
All right.
I was about to say. I was going to. Never mind.
So you're gonna
Bad
have
joke,
to
bad joke,
you're
sorry.
gonna have to finish the ultimatum so that we can all finish talking about the ultimatum. He's
Yeah.
gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna
You've
watch it
seen
this
some of
week.
it or none of
No,
it?
I refuse.
None of it. He refuses. We'll
It's-
allow it. You have
I
to
don't know
watch
how.
it
I feel like
because I can't be the only one that's watching terrible TV shows for the sake of
I
this.
just for you, for me,
It's called sacrifice.
You are absolutely.
I need you to sacrifice. You can't just
just-
watch cool shit.
I gotta
and
watch.
then- and then leave me to watch terrible things.
I expect more from you
First of all,
than the ultimatum.
I'm a diverse content consumer.
It's just all right, man. All right,
And I can't
Can I tell
watch-
you when I got fed up?
Yeah, let's go. We're at like an hour and 10 in. Let's go.
There's this chick on the show, and she just is all about herself.
Yeah.
What's her name?
This is a very interesting switching of the bottle.
She's all about herself, and
I'm going to sidebar this real quick. I honestly thought, up until you said earlier, you had mentioned you put in the notes that you had watched only some of the show. I was going to print out little cards and pictures and their names so that we could talk about them because I'm terrible
I know
with names.
all the characters. I know
I'm
all of
terrible with
them.
names. But then you were like, I've only watched. I bailed out. So I was like, well, I'm not doing all this work to have conversations with myself.
No, but
Oh, that's good. That's good TV for next week. You know,
Maybe.
The show is so visceral that you have no choice but to know this man is breaking down crying like every scene.
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's his name. Like imagine every time you see me crying, it says Courtney, like right here. Like
Yeah, they do.
I have no clue.
They do intro them a lot.
No
I've noticed
choice
that.
but to know who you are.
I still don't remember any of their names. But
So there's an interaction.
I can describe them to you.
There's an interaction between, and my wife was like, "You gotta see this," and I was like, "Oh, my
Good
God."
for her, dude.
Shout out
Let
to
her
Chanel.
drag you into it.
So we find the part. She's like, "You got to see this part," and it's Colby and this chick. I can't remember her name, but she says, "Yeah, like I'm into you, like
Sure.
you know, like
Oh,
I,
yeah.
you know, whatever." I don't know. I could not go on a show with my wife who I'm very much in love with, and then just be like, yeah, like we're just gonna like just date all the people in here.
but again, it's because you didn't decide to marry your wife after a year at
True.
the age of 25.
True. Yes.
So-
But also, imagine you're 23. Imagine you've known this person for a year and a half.
I don't even remember my
Imagine-
life between 22 and 27.
Sure, but
'cause
that's
I
my
was-
point. Imagine that there's just open bars endlessly, like a sea of them. Everything. They're just feeding you whatever you want. And then they're just like, hey, you have to find, you are here with your soon-to-be wife, but you have to take any of these other girls home tonight. Go talk to them. Here's tequila. Get out of here. Go.
Not just any tequila.
At 23.
I've seen like Casamigo bottles and like Vive Clico and Moet. Like they're giving them the best shit.
It's Netflix. Yeah, they're giving them the best stuff.
At 23, I was drinking Rail.
Yeah, no, not these kids. That's what I'm saying. So they're putting them in these awkward situations
I was
because it's working for them.
I was
So,
at the bars on the Towson Strip.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Two for Tuesdays.
Two for Tuesdays.
The
The
rec
rec
room,
room.
dude.
Bada bing right
That's
there, baby.
right.
You just get a vodka soda. I don't care
You
what
like
it is.
it's like $3.
Rum
You
and
get
Coke.
2 Yinglings. It's amazing.
Shout out to the rec room. Your green tea shot.
Crazy good. deal.
Jameson was top shelf for me when I was 24.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm saying?
God.
And this kid finally confronts the girl who says, you know, like, I'm interested in you. I can't really see myself with my potential husband who's sitting 6 feet away.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, you know, like, thanks, but like, I'm not attracted to you.
Let's go.
And then his
Yes.
girl is talking to to that guy.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah, like I'm all about him. And then he goes to the bathroom and just has a fucking nervous breakdown. I'm like,
Yes.
what is happening
Yeah,
on
this is
show?
disaster after disaster back to back.
It's landmine after landmine
Correct.
after landmine. Nick Lachey, you are a fucking genius.
Yeah. That blonde chick's a real weird.
Oh, she's a weirdo.
Real
She's-
weirdo. I'm gonna be like, she's very strange, and she tainted all of her experiences because she told all of the guys that she spoke with that she wanted to be taken care of, and if they didn't make a ton of money, she wasn't interested.
And-
it was very strange because the guy that she was with did not make a ton of money and was not like. He wasn't like a big time roller. So she kind of came into the experience.
I think he's the
thinking-
oldest guy there too, right?
He might
He's
have
like
been.
28.
She came in thinking that she was the hottest of all of them. And then she did this weird thing where she like told all the guys like, I need to be taken care of. You need to make a lot of money. Like, otherwise I'm not into it. And then she rolls around afterwards, like trying to like find who's going to partner up with her. And all the dudes are like, I'm out. Like, I'm not, this isn't for me. Like, I'm 23. What do you want me to do? And so they all bailed. So she winds up, I don't know. I'm not trying to ruin this for you. I feel like you need to watch it, but
it's already ruined.
I don't wanna
It
ruin
was
it for
ruined
him.
in the first
I'm
3 episodes.
definitely going to watch this.
yeah.
I mean, you can
anyway,
say what you want. That's
she
fine. I'm
winds
still
up-
going to watch
She
it.
winds up basically like hung out's dry. Like, because she basically alienates herself from everybody.
She did this to herself.
Oh yes, there's a lot of that happening on the show, though.
a
lot of people that are like way too into kids. Weirdly, like, hey, like if you want to put a baby in me tonight, like I'll just pick you.
Yeah,
Like that kind of activity and behavior at 23.
Did you want to have kids at 23?
No.
Did you?
Yep.
Did you?
No.
What is where are these people from?
I don't know.
I
don't know. This is.
I was
I love this topic.
I was so
I've been
angry.
I've been having this conversation with so many people recently. I feel like the older I get, the more unified, like childless people become. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I don't know. I know you have kids, so like I don't.
No,
I mean, no disrespect.
but
I think it works. I think it works the same way for those with kids, though, because
Probably,
they really
yes.
come together, and
Yes.
then you kind of form your two
Yes.
sides. Yeah.
It's like I love my kids, and you get
Which one's your favorite?
where's the comma in the sentence?
you have to find.
Right.
I think I'm the only one with kids here, so you
Yes,
have to
you
find you have to find a ground. I don't want to say a common ground. Yeah, you have to find a common ground with other parents, and I don't want to get on a dad pedestal or whatever, but you really got to find your village so you can still grasp the parts of your life so you won't get away from who you are.
Okay.
Because you will be fully immersed in parenting. And
Yes.
and that's how you lose
That's
yourself.
what it seems like.
You see what happened? Like that's how you lose yourself. And it's just so it strikes a nerve for me that these people who aren't established, you're young, you still have your youth. Like I'm not old, but you got your youth. Like you just turned 21. Like you can do a bar tour for 10 years if you want. Like you got to build community. You got to build a career. You got to like I don't want to, and for them to feel like this is what they need to make them feel whole, it's like you're fucking stupid. Like that shit can wait.
Yeah.
Go to Vegas. Go to Vegas and get drunk.
The
Like,
people on this
you
show
can do
don't
that.
feel that way.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just, it's
Well,
just.
okay, so everybody's at a different place in their life, at a different physical place in their life, right?
Not these
Let's
people.
open with that.
Yeah.
But I agree with what you said there, where a lot of the reality TV kind of centers around, but mental illness features prominently, whether it's brought up or not.
Of course.
Mental illness, addiction, blah,
Yes.
blah, 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 blah.
Correct,
Yeah.
right. So,
It's such a train wreck. And I was so angry with you while I was watching these 3 episodes. At one point, Chanel and I were in the bed, and I just was like, I just can't.
All right. Let me ask you a question.
So bad.
Is she into the show?
No.
No, not at all. She's
No.
totally checked out, hates it, nothing about it is in. She's not into
We
it at all.
both have so many like, what the fuck is going on moments while it's happening.
That's why you watch it though. You're gonna have a lot more of those moments as you finish this season.
We will finish it.
Thank you.
And I just think
I will print out the cards and then we can shuffle them around and talk about them. Josh is gonna watch it.
Yep.
It's an easy. Listen, this is
You
an
gonna watch the whole-
easy. This is an
you gonna
easy
watch it?
watch.
I don't watch it.
It's
right.
an easy
Yeah.
watch, and I understand, guys. I know that it's terrible. That's the point. That's what we're here for. Those that discuss that. It's terrible. We're gonna get into it. It's great.
God, I hate you so much.
I'm sorry. You get 3 episodes in. It's gonna be fine. Let me
How
tell
many
you.
episodes is it?
It only gets worse. 9.
This kid was like 24 in the bathroom having a breakdown because
I think it's 9 episodes.
It wasn't even Josh. It wasn't even anything bad. He just went to the bathroom and was like, "I love my girlfriend so much," and had a breakdown.
yes.
I was like, "Dude, put it together, bro."
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, there's so many moments I want to talk about so desperately
Good.
that
I
are
just
so much
added
more
it to the
shocking
queue.
than
Here we
that.
are.
But
I just love how diverse this show is. There's Moon
it's going
Knight,
to steal
and
it
then
away.
there's
It's gonna steal it from
Ultimatum.
people. I don't want to do that. We'll
One-
hop
one
off the
more.
ultimatum. I feel like we've made you uncomfortable enough.
No, that makes for good TV.
Oh, but yeah,
Whatever.
next time we can call some people in. I know a lot of people that are watching this show that have tons of thoughts on this. We could call in JW out of the
JW
blue.
watches it.
Oh yeah, he watches it.
I'm sure his messy ass.
And this has like a phone thing in it. We can just call people.
Why didn't you say that?
Oh, dude, we can just call people on this. That's great.
That is such a cool feature of these.
Yeah, we can just dial people up at random.
We should do that right now and just do it.
We can.
Let's do it. What do I gotta
hold
do?
On, hold on.
Call him right now.
I have. Let me see. should all of us get one person and we just say we're gonna call you?
Let me see if this works while it's recording. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, of course it will. It's just a little headphone jack. Yeah. Do you have to flip it over to talkback mode, or does it or mix minus, or does it do that automatically?
They're gonna pop up just automatically.
Okay,
This is
great.
actual phone
Great.
calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Let me,
Bluetooth.
Let me. Let's
Wow.
see. Hold on.
I say wow like I don't work in.
Oh my God, you can call someone,
you can-
and you can hear them.
I haven't worked in tech for 15 years. I'm like, wow. that
What are they going to think of next?
that deck can make a phone call? Is it a landline?
Gabriel Taylor, he's in Philly. That's long
hear it.
distance. Oh, you hear it? Yeah.
It's 39 cents a minute.
What's up, baby?
Yo, what's up, you idiot?
Dubs.
I'm chilling.
you hear
What are
me?
up to?
Can you hear me?
I can. What?
All right, great. You're on the podcast.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Yo,
it's your boy,
Courtney.
Dubes
shit,
here. What's up?
It's Courtney. Put your pants on.
Oh my god! I'm gonna take them off now that I know it's you guys.
Are you at the grocery? What are you doing?
No, dude, I'm about to walk and pick up dinner.
Okay.
What are you getting?
I got tacos.
You got tacos from the grocery store? Or are you going to make
Terrible.
tacos?
No. I got tacos from a restaurant down the street that I'm about to go walk and get.
Hard tacos or soft tacos?
Soft tacos, dude. A variety.
Yeah, I
Chicken.
feel like that's the way to go. If you're going to get like authentic Mexican food, soft tacos is the way to go. I'm not an expert.
Yeah.
You look like an
You know,
Well,
I was like, all of these look good, so I'm gonna just get one of each, and I got one of each, dude.
Good for you.
Wow.
Shush now. The reason that we're calling, we're getting some hot takes on The Ultimatum, which I know you watch.
Yes, but I've not finished it yet.
That's okay. You
I'm
don't have to.
finishing it tonight.
Neither is Courtney. He's not either. He's 3
I
episodes
hate
in.
it
How many
so
episodes
much.
are you in?
I think we just have the finale left.
Oh, good
Like
for you.
or there's maybe like 1 or 2 episodes, like the last episode in the.
Did you want a kid at 23?
Fuck no.
All right. Just asking. I hate this
No
show. I
way,
hate this
dude.
show so much.
Can we come up?
You do?
Yes.
Oh
we
my
come
god,
up
dude!
with the-
It's chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah, true chaos.
It's like watching an emergency happen at a tailgate and watching everyone run to their cars.
And you're just powerless to change anything. You're
Yeah,
like,
you
you're
can't
making a huge mistake.
so bad.
All right, so
It's amazing though.
here's the reason why we're calling. We're doing a new
Okay.
segment on the show where we call people and we come up with an ultimatum that you're going to force on your significant other. Are you ready?
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, we have to come up
You're
with
coming
it.
up with it, or I'm coming up
No,
with
we're
it?
going to come up with it, and then you have to take it to Jennifer,
Oh my God.
and you have to force
Oh
it
my-
on her. We'll call next week, and we'll see how it went. It's called The Ultimatum. It's our new podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel so
And
bad
I
for
can't
you,
tell
though.
her. I can't tell her that you gave me this ultimatum. I have to just be like, yo, this is
because
what
you
I'm trying-
answered, you're in now. I'm sorry. Don't
Okay.
answer the call.
Way to
All
go,
right,
idiot.
Yeah.
Because you answered the
Yeah,
phone.
my bad.
You're that much of a loyal friend. Now you're tied into
Yeah,
the-
right. Here I am thinking that he wanted some sage advice. You
Yeah,
know?
I'll teach you an important friendship lesson here, buddy.
Yeah, seriously. It's always a grenade if it's coming from Taylor.
That's right. If anybody's got a good ultimatum, now throw it out.
Yeah.
Damn.
Demand a child within the next week.
No. You
Too
shouldn't
real,
wanna-
dude. Too real.
Dude,
I don't want to make it too real.
Dubs, this would have worked out so much better had Taylor told us he was going to say this before
Yeah,
just a
I
moment
wanna-
ago when he said this.
I'm doing it live, guys. I came up with it as I was on the call.
Okay, I'll
Straight
write
from
it
the
down
hip
live.
right now.
I feel like he should do something like what's the candy she hates the most, and like
Ooh. I don't know if
she has
that
to
exists.
eat one like every morning for the next week. When it's over.
You have to. Seriously?
You have to do this every morning. Or it's over. I hate Snickers. Does she like Snickers?
I don't know if she can eat Snickers though, because she's
perfect ultimatum. All right.
And thanks,
she
Gus.
eats every day or it's over.
She had a nut allergy. Ba-dum.
No, she's got a gluten allergy.
A gluten allergy?
Gluten.
All right. So perfect. Gluten
She's not a glutton for gluten, right?
for the next
No.
7 days.
Definitely.
That's the ultimatum. All
I'll
right.
see what
but
I can do.
seriously, are you enjoying the show? Do you like the show?
The show's amazing. I feel like it is a new take on reality TV that I've like.
We have
I can't think of another show that's like it. And I also low key love the chaos of Nick and Vanessa
Yes.
Lachey.
Okay, so I have a theory that Nick Lachey is low key taking over reality television. He's kind of hit a new theme. Like, this is different than Housewives or Kardashians. Like, this is a new era of reality TV, and he is kind of low key taking it over, which I don't feel like he has any right to do, but he's doing it anyway.
Wait. I just realized that Nick Lachey is not a reality TV newbie.
No, 98 degrees.
No.
He's not a
98
newbie.
degrees,
He
dude.
had the
Oh.
show with.
Love is Blind.
No, he had the show with
that not
Jessica
it?
Simpson. They had on MTV.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
yeah, that's true.
That's
Way
very
back
true.
in the
Forgot
day.
about that.
So
Yep.
he's traumatized and trying to inflict
Yep.
his trauma
Yep.
on other people.
Dude, but
Wow.
Vanessa Lachey will just be like kind of airing some old school dirty laundry about their relationship.
This is true.
And he's just back in the cut, just like letting it happen.
He's
and
gotta
she's
be
like,
50 now, right?
Yeah, I mean, they
He
do
is.
have a
He's
bunch of
on
children in
bother.
front of them, and they're ruining their lives. So they have to be a little honest.
well, yeah.
But every Friday they wake up with a direct deposit from Netflix and it just
Yeah.
erases.
Oh, yeah, dude.
they're wrecking the lives of many children.
Well, and,
so
and now it's a dynasty because they've got two. They got Love is Blind and The Ultimatum.
Right.
And, dude,
I guarantee you it's
I
coming
bet
back.
they're not stopping there.
No, why would you?
Where is
Why
Love is
would you?
Blind on Netflix?
It is.
It
It's
is,
also
yeah.
a Netflix
Yeah.
show.
It's also shitty, right?
Yeah, king and queen of Netflix, Nick Lachey.
Yep.
and his wife.
God damn.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty. And also equally as crazy. Actually, no, I think The Ultimatum's a little crazier.
Dude, I'm really looking forward to it. I have not seen a single episode, but I've watched the last 2 seasons of Love is Blind. Enjoyed it very
dude.
much.
Fantastic.
It's got
The
the most,
Ultimatum cranks it up.
Yeah, it's
Great.
got the most emotional response out of
That's-
me of all TV, and I've only seen 3 episodes.
That's brilliant.
It's
just-
amazing. I also, how can you be in a position where you're like, this seems like a good idea? Like, let's go on this show, you know?
And do
Yeah,
this. Yeah,
sure.
It's just
Yeah.
terrible.
And do you know that you're going to be like trading with the people that also are on the show? Or are you
that's a
fully
good point.
blind?
That's a good point. And I don't think we really talked about, like, you're literally trading your spouse.
Yeah.
Like, and also,
Right.
how many of these people, like, it was unclear on Love is Blind to me, how many of these people come on knowing what they're getting themselves into versus how many people don't expect, know that obviously they're going to find a partner or whatever the line is, but don't realize maybe how difficult it actually is or what they're going to have to go through. Versus then the third one is how many people are just like, I want to get on TV, let's do this.
I
yeah,
think
some
at-
people are like, I'm just down.
Yeah.
I'm here for a good time. You know, I'm here
Yeah,
to party.
I think at that age, it's the latter of what Josh said. Sorry,
Yeah.
We got a situation out there.
we're still in Baltimore, guys.
We're good.
Don't
Yeah.
forget.
This audio sounds great, by the way. I can hear all of you equally. I don't know how you're doing it, but
Magic, man.
We're all holding
If only
hands.
you
Courtney
were
was very
disqualified.
did you
impressed.
patch me in? It sounds like it's coming from the
It's
all
coming
of your mics
from
are
the
being fed
board,
Dude,
through
yeah,
the-
you're right into the board.
No, we
Wow.
actually made a bonfire and we summoned you. So
Yeah.
this is not.
It
even-
should have been
I feel like
FaceTime
I'm
audio.
there,
I feel
dude.
like that was probably a better way to go, but we live and learn.
Oh, good
No,
call.
That's this is solid, dude.
But I forgot my point. But yeah,
It's all good. All right, man. You can get back to the groceries. Already takes much of your time. We're glad that you're enjoying the show. We'll follow up.
Oh,
with you
dude, I
about it.
love it. I'm always lurking, dude. I'm watching,
Good for you.
listening.
Always scheming.
It's good shit.
did you do 3
And,
different proteins?
I did
That's why
I did.
love
I
you.
got,
That's why I love you.
chicken, steak, and carnitas.
My man, you got to do the
Yeah,
pork.
dude.
Pork
I
is
was
all
like,
right.
I'm here to sample today, dude. I'm trying to get a little bit of everything.
You damn idiot.
Good shit.
Very
I'm here for
excellent.
the gains too. That's the other thing.
Good for you.
So I'm out here getting swole. But dude, next time I'm in Baltimore, live taping, dude. Let's do it.
Dude,
You're coming
awesome.
on.
Let us
Yeah,
know. Let us
for
know how
sure.
Jennifer's gluten allergy is going with that ultimatum.
That's right. Remember,
Really?
she has.
Once
she
we get
has
the
to eat
video of
gluten.
it,
A spoonful of sugar every morning.
I'm gonna blame all of you guys for my impending divorce, but that's okay.
JW's like filming a video, yelling,
Yeah.
"Somebody call 911!" I've got to use my phone to film.
If you get her eating gluten on camera, we'll put it on the next episode, and we'll probably.
That's a
combine
deal,
it.
dude. That's
Yeah.
a deal. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, do it.
YouTube's gonna take
Awesome.
our
That's a
videos
great
down.
ultimatum.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Here's the ultimatum. You guys could be on, Jennifer, you get to be on the podcast. You just
Yeah.
have to eat this piece of bread.
Don't tell her. Just put it in her
Yeah.
like oatmeal or something. What doesn't have gluten and just sneak it in something.
Just low-key poisoning her.
Yeah.
And then we'll be on Steve Harvey's divorce court with
Yeah, put some
JW.
croutons in with her
JW.
kale or something. Figure
Steve
it out.
Harvey
Yeah,
and Nick Lachey.
That's a dream team. It's a dream
All right,
team.
buddy.
Godspeed.
All right,
Love,
guys.
love you, JW.
Take-
Good to talk to you. Love you.
Cut him off.
Oh, that kid.
The way you do it. All right. Yeah, we've dedicated like an hour of the show even now to
Ultimatum?
We're just rolling. We've been on Ultimatum, yeah. I can talk about the Northman if you want. I went and saw that.
Okay, how was it?
Do you feel like that's too much?
No.
Do you want to save that?
I mean, if we save it, it'll come out next week, and then we can discuss it once it's come out, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that might be better time. I mean, it's up to you guys.
You gonna go see it?
I will.
We can go see it together. I don't give a fuck.
Sure.
All right.
Great.
Maybe I can get my wife to go. She hates the movie.
Oh, it comes out. It comes out Friday.
Comes out on the 22nd.
yeah,
April
next
22nd.
Friday. Next Thursday's the 21st.
Oh, it's my wife's birthday weekend. Yeah, maybe I'll take her to the movies.
Great.
There
What
you
y'all
go,
doing?
dude. What am I doing?
Yeah, that's good.
We'll be around. I want to go see it again.
Really?
I do.
Was that good?
So I don't know. Do you want to get into it or not?
I feel like we're good on time. I usually
We're we're obviously well over, but
Can
I'm
you pass
great
me
on
that
time.
bottle again, please?
get drunk.
So let's not break the bottle. Okay. So the reason why I want to see it again, it was good. One of the main reasons why I want to see it again is because I saw the screening that I saw was at White Marsh. It was AMC.
Ooh, how was that?
Terrible theater.
Oh, yeah,
And
it sucks.
they screwed up the aspect ratio of the screen because the movie is not in a traditional format.
What
so
is it in?
the subtitles got cut off on the bottom. And like a quarter of the movie is like subtitles.
Yeah.
So I missed portions of it.
It has to be in subtitles,
It
or
has subtitles because they're speaking in not English, and I don't understand.
this is like a Nordic language.
Yeah, something like
All
that.
right.
Correct. So, so I want to see it again so that I can kind of get the full experience and I can see all the things that are being said.
5 is security.
She's 100% security. Yeah. So, yeah, I can give you some hot takes on it. If you want.
How bloody is it?
So it is it's a very brutal film. I don't know if it's any more brutal than what you have seen on like Game of Thrones or anything like that.
They cut off Jamie's hand, and that shit was like,
Yeah. So there's a lot of, man, I have so many thoughts about it.
is it that brutal? Like, are people
I
losing
wouldn't
limbs?
put it in like that. It's very dark, and it's very like, if you've seen The Witch or if you've seen The Lighthouse, Robert Eggers is a very like, he's very, I want to say genuine or authentic, but he's also very visceral. So like it feels very dark when
Right.
you're watching aspects of it, which is probably
The trailer's dark. Like, Willem Dafoe
Yeah.
is like, all you see is his face, and it's like, that shit's weird.
So that's the part that sets it aside from like there are things in it that you're like, okay, these are things like I've seen in Game of Thrones, or I've seen in other places. But Game of Thrones is always a little bit more approachable because it was never like
It wouldn't, yeah.
it. You know what I mean? It never. It kind of felt like fantasy, and it kind of always was a little, kind of like sexy at the same time. Like this is very dark, and you come out of it feeling like, whoa, God, like
There's nothing sexy about
it's
it.
brutal. Like you don't feel good about it coming out of it.
Those are my type of movies. Okay.
So yeah, if you've got like a soft spot for kids, women, or animals,
Or you're just a normal human being.
probably not for you.
Okay.
Because they're all getting wrecked in this movie. And again, it's just like it's a Viking tale, and it is just like it gets into it, so it's intense. Every like cinematography wise, very beautiful, very well acted. Everybody does a really, really good job. The writing is solid. Like it's a good experience through and through. If you're, again, like I said, if you're cool with like in some intensity and some brutality, like you'll probably be able to handle it. It's not. This was one thing that I was very surprised by because of how like the trailers have been marketing it and how all like the studio's been really hyping it up. I thought it was going to be like a big scale, like I thought it was gonna be like a Gladiator or a Braveheart. Like I thought it was gonna be like a big thing.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's much smaller and way
Self-contained.
more. It's way more condensed than that, like narratively speaking.
I think that's a reflection of where we are with COVID too. Like they have to
Sure.
keep things like with the Batman. It was very set oriented.
So like I went into it thinking that I was gonna see like massive like battle scenes. Like I thought I was going to see all this crazy stuff, and it's a very small, very contained kind of thing. It's like I don't know. Again, like with his style, it's very art house, and there is some very weird stuff in it. So I don't think it's going to ultimately have the mass appeal that they are trying to drum up for it. They're really hyping this as like this big I feel like movie.
Saving Private Ryan type.
Yeah, I think people will go to it. I think people will enjoy it, but you've got to be. It's definitely for a certain type of person. It is not like a broad audience type of movie, in my opinion. Anyway.
If you like Love Actually, this isn't your movie.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah,
I like Love Actually.
Yeah, this is a little bit tougher than that, but we'll go see it. I'll go see it with you.
Yeah.
I give it high ratings. I really like it, but that's just my kind of thing. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway. All right. Great. Moving on.
Well,
Moving on.
We put the headphones back on, so
Yeah, I know.
what else did we not talk about?
Whatever you want.
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
Yeah, that's coming back out.
Moving
as
into a show?
TV show.
I didn't care for the movie, so
It's a continuation of the movies, but as a TV show. No Nicolas Cage, but other cast members are coming back. Maybe Nick Cage gets maybe he pops back up.
I'm gonna bring a buzzer next week for stuff I don't like, and I'm just gonna be like,
I love that.
yeah, yeah, National Treasure, and they did like two of them, right? 3.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
couldn't get invested. I
There's
appreciate
2. Yeah, sorry.
I appreciate the deep dive into lore and mythology and that what's the movie about Jesus? That was
Passion of the Christ.
No, not that one.
Sorry. Listen, here's the thing, dude. I was just reading something, and you said that movie about Jesus, and I thought, there it is. Here's my
No,
time.
the one about the book.
Oh, Da Vinci Code. Yeah.
Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code. Yeah.
Right,
Uh-huh.
and it was tied to the crucifixion. What's the word? Crucifixion.
Crucifixion. Yeah.
Of Jesus.
Yeah. You learn something new every day.
Oh boy, that bottle's getting empty. I just like the creative how creative a writer can get with actual facts of how they can,
taking a real thing and then making it fiction for the screen. Yeah.
but National Treasure was just so Disney. It was I feel like it was trying to be the new Indiana Jones, and it was just even worse than Indiana Jones. Like, don't get me wrong, Indiana Jones had its high points, but at the end of the day, it was still.
He killed so many Nazis.
I mean, you got to kill Nazis.
Good on you. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But it was Indiana Jones, and it was made for the times. I don't think you can make an Indiana Jones and it will survive today and still be successful without being what it needs to be to attract audiences.
I get you.
Right? And National Treasure, I feel like, was the straight to VHS version of Indiana Jones.
Okay.
No disrespect to Nick Cage.
It's interesting that you say that, because this sentence right here, While it was not received well by critics who compared the movie unfavorably to Indiana Jones and the Da Vinci Code, audience response was generally positive, and the film has since become a cult classic of National Treasure.
Yo,
Yeah.
cut me my check. Y'all need to make me a critic right now. I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't see myself watching that shit.
All right. Very good.
I appreciate it. Wait, Catherine Zeta-Jones is coming back?
Yeah, she's
She wasn't in the originals.
No.
She is now going
she's
to
now the
be
lead.
the lead
Yeah.
character.
I might watch it then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Always
All
said
right.
anything with her.
You got what is it? A year and a half to figure that out.
Yep. You got some time.
November
Yeah,
24.
I will forget.
Yep.
By then.
Yep.
What is The Alpinist?
Okay, so that's a movie documentary on a mountain climber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a soloist, like a free soloist kind of guy. So he climbs without ropes, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he
Pretty
okay?
good. No. He's
Wow.
dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Didn't work out.
But very good documentary.
Does he die in the documentary?
No, not. You don't see him die. No.
Jesus Christ, you watch some dark shit.
Yeah, dude. Not by choice. Just
Did you watch The Bubble?
no, I did not. It got like a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I passed.
Oh, it was
up.
bad, but it was
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Yeah, everyone says, except for you, that it was bad. So,
Yeah,
but
I mean-
maybe it's a Netflix. you know?
It's a satire
Free
on
watch, so.
making a movie. It's a satire on making a bad movie in COVID times. So
Yeah.
like the points of it that resonate with everyone are how life was in 2020, where like you couldn't do anything without like getting a COVID test, or
Yeah.
you couldn't even go outside. You couldn't go to the grocery store without like wearing like 3 masks and shit. But what's his name? Not Peel, but Key. What's his name?
Keegan Michael Key.
Keegan.
Michael Key.
Yeah, he plays like a rock type character, the rock type character
Yeah.
in the movie that they're shooting. Pedro Pascal is in it. He's like a borderline alcoholic.
Yeah.
So it's got some good people in it.
Yeah,
Now
and
that
it's
I-
a
easy.
Judd Apatow movie,
Yeah.
so it's got the general Judd Apatow.
It was an
cast.
easy watch. Easy watch.
Now that I've finished The Ultimatum, I've got all this time to watch The
my
Bubble.
God,
So,
yeah.
unlike you, you've got a big week ahead of you, dude.
I might have to do like one a day. And
That
like,
should catch you up by the time we do this again.
yeah,
So,
I hate you for this.
sorry, man. I'll take it.
It's just so, I hate to keep going back to how bad it is.
There will be more of them, and you'll watch them.
And Nick Lachey is going to keep kicking them out. They're going to give him another one. This is
of course they are.
This
Come
is
on.
a success.
TV goals.
He's
Yes.
making
Yeah.
more right now.
And it's kind of increased because in Love Is Blind he spends maybe 2 minutes an episode on air on average.
Yeah. I didn't see him much.
And apparently in the Ultimatum it's significantly more.
I seen him at the
so-
beginning of each episode, and that was it.
Right. Until
And-
the end when they got together and then he's,
And then there was a young
I
lady
know.
on screen crying, and she's like 24, and she's like, I wanted a baby. And I'm like, girl, you don't need that right now.
No, you do not.
So yeah,
Oh man. Well, are you feeling like that's enough?
think
You feel good?
I don't
want to
make more work for you. So
All right. Well, until next week, then we'll wrap it up.
bad guys and bourbon.
See you guys.